What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Of Like Minds podcast. And today we are doing things a little bit differently. Solo episode today, first time ever, but it just felt right. So, like so many others during COVID, I've had to maneuver, readjust, and realign myself, figuring out how to pay my bills, keep my sanity, and still attack each day with purpose and intentionality. Many people have been asking me, how did you start your podcast? How did you manage to stay doing all those push ups every single day? And now you're boxing? And the simple answer is that I just did it. Now, I don't want to leave you with such a simple answer, so I'm going to give you a wonderful story about a dear friend of mine named Richard Go. Context: Richard and I met at UCLA when I was a freshman and he was a senior. He was one of my directors on NSU Modern, and we always got along really well, and I looked up to him since day one. Now, fast forward to summer of 2015, Boston, Massachusetts. I was working my first job postgrad with the Boston Ballet. I knew Richard was over there in Boston as well, and so I reached out to Richard. We met up and ate somewhere along the Charles River. Picked his brain about a lot of things, and one of the stories that really resonated with me was a story about self-awareness, consistency, and catering to your strengths. The app was called Chains. Now, Richard loves video games, and he was trying to figure out how to balance studying, physical and mental wellness, as well as being a freaking med student at Harvard. He discovered an app called Chains, which was an app where you could visibly track your progress in consistently doing something. He understood that he enjoyed games and was very competitive. This app would cater to his strengths and further motivate him to meet his daily goals. Whether it was listening to a podcast while exercising, studying relentlessly, or making sure to incorporate ample breaks and rest time in his ridiculous schedule. His story really resonated with me because I understood that I myself was similar. I love games, and I am extremely competitive. I felt that Richard was doing pretty good for himself and thought that this new way of thinking would really equip me for success in the postgrad life. Starting small with attainable mini daily goals that would eventually turn into lifestyle changes. I share this story with you all because I don't believe that this is stressed enough. We have such high expectations for ourselves that sometimes we just freeze instead of choosing to take even small action. Breaking things down little by little, being persistent, and never wavering. We yearn for likes, success, and instant gratification. It's not our own fault because we are bombarded on our news feeds by influencers, celebrities, and people who have quote unquote made it. I hope that we can all embrace our narrative because even a Harvard med student found himself exactly where we are at one point. There is so much left for each and every one of us to do during our time here. We all have a gift to share, and it is our responsibility to find that, share that, and spread your light to the world. You see, I don't know if this is my gift or not, but I can tell you I get the same feels like when I first began dancing as a kid. I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Of Like Minds podcast, and I'll catch you all on the next one.